Three, two, one. Hey, Teddy Covers with a big game breakdown. Let's talk some Wednesday night NBA on ESPN. And this should be a fun one. These are two teams, Oklahoma City and New Orleans, who I think are both pretty good. Both of whom I think are going to go a long way in the Western Conference, at least in the regular season this year. And I think if you bet on both of these teams, you'll make money. They're money winning propositions. New Orleans and OKC, both small market teams. They've got superstars. I love the small market teams that have no superstars, the best. But smaller market teams, you don't see them on TV a lot, and those type of teams, especially young up-and-coming teams like OKC and New Orleans, tend to hold their value a whole lot longer than the marquee franchise in this league. So it's bet on versus bet on here. So it's going to come down to situations, injuries, and matchups. Right now, look at the Wager Talk live odds screen. I'm seeing New Orleans minus 3.5. Let's call it 228 as the total. And of course, these two teams last met in the play-in game last year, a game that OKC knocked off New Orleans. So it's playoff revenge for New Orleans. But New Orleans has a couple of key injuries. The one stands out to me is Brandon Ingram. Without Brandon Ingram in the lineup this, Monday night against Golden State, New Orleans was hopeless. We don't know now if Ingram is going to play. He has some right knee soreness. Willie Green's quote, he's got some imaging done, nothing concerning. But I'm not convinced that Ingram is going to play tonight. And if I'm New Orleans, there's any question, Brandon Ingram's your season. He's a guy you probably sit in an October game if he wasn't 100%. Of course, he's New Orleans' leading scorer so far. And look, they weren't tough against Golden State. Golden State smacked him in the mouth, and New Orleans had no answer. Willie Green, we have to be better. We have to have more toughness. Easy enough to say. That said, Ingram's hurt. Trey Murphy's hurt. Najee Marshall's hurt. That's a team that lacks some wing depth right now, and that's not what I want to see against OKC. In general, two even teams, I'd rather have the team off a loss than a team off a win. New Orleans coming off a loss. OKC coming off a solid win against the Pistons on Monday. That said, given the injury situation with New Orleans, given the concerns that their head coach has about them right now, and given my opinion about OKC, which is, look, they're a bet-on team. I think the Thunder are live to make a lot of noise in the Western Conference. Not a lot of weaknesses on this team. The depth is there this year, and that's a big deal against New Orleans. Now, New Orleans got some good defensive numbers, top 10 in the league in defensive rating, but OKC, pretty good on the offensive end. I think they'll get enough to cover the number in this one. I would expect the Thunder to win and potentially win by margin against a New Orleans team that isn't at 100% just yet. So even with playoff revenge, even coming off a loss for New Orleans, I still think OKC is the bet on of these two teams tonight. Give me the Thunder minus the points. And there's your big game breakdown. Hey, we really appreciate all the likes. We really appreciate all the follows. 130,000 of you guys following on Wager Talk TV right now. That's impressive. On YouTube, please give us a thumbs up. Give us a follow if you like this type of analysis. And take advantage of the offers we have right now at wagertalk.com. Any capper, doesn't have to be me, any capper you want. Get every play every day for the rest of the calendar year, right through New Year's Eve. NBA, college hoops, NFL, college football, all 5% included, nothing more to buy. No bait and switch. $4.69 gets you on board every single play. That's basically $7 a day. Get on board, wagertalk.com. Best of luck, enjoy the games, and thank you for watching Wager Talk TV.